I want to talk about identity. And you proudly identify as a Zionist
Yes.
and as a feminist.
Yes.
We have seen this phenomenon in recent years of Western progressives and wokeism hijacking and appropriating terms, redefining them, creating another narrative and calling that truth. I want to know from you, what does it personally mean to be a Zionist and a feminist?
The reason that I've become very clear about those identities, my Twitter profile says feminist, Zionist, atheist. Yes.
Yes.
And what I've realized over the years, and why I insist on it, is that in different contexts and in different groups, each of these identities and titles and kind of labels, a lot of people are like, it's okay to believe in those things, but don't use the name. You know, the name, the label is a bit strong. And my answer would be actually precisely because the label grates on people's, I insist on it because it's precisely the confidence of projecting, of standing behind that labels that I insist on, because what they're trying to get us to do is to be less confident about those labels. There's a phrase, I think by Gloria Steinem, that people oppose feminism either because they don't know what it means or because they do know what it means. I think the same could be said about Zionism, that people oppose it because they don't know what it means or because they do know what it means, that it means confident, liberated, authentic Jews, and that's something that they don't want to exist in the public sphere. But on a more personal note, the reason that I've come to really appreciate those labels and identities and revolutions is I would not exist without them. As part of the ahistorical tendency of our age, we tend to assume that all the rights that we enjoy just somehow are normal, obvious, of course. But again, when you learn a little bit of history, you realize that nothing about it is obvious. The fact that Jews can live as free and confident and liberated, how recent that is, how much, sacrifices were to make that happen. For women to be able to have our own salary, our own education, make decisions about who we marry, how many children we have, things that we take so for granted that we don't realize how much kind of fighting and effort and sacrifice went to each one of those achievements. So for me to carry those labels proudly is a kind of way of saying thank you.